Hello, I'm APX and welcome back to the Minecraft PlayStation 4/console edition video. Today I wanted to talk about this version of the game and an exclusive thing that you can only do in this version because a lot of people are really upset about the PlayStation 4 edition or about console. All the negative news we've heard recently gets people really angry and they've just been going crazy all over social media, all over the comments and stuff like that. And although I think sometimes I think a reaction is really useful for changing things after something has already changed, there needs to be a point where you change from, either anger to actually accepting it and moving on. A lot of people either only move on or they only have anger, but the truth is you sometimes need a bit of both. And let's move on today collectively by talking about a Minecraft console edition exclusive that is still not in Bedrock and which is still one of my favorite things to do. It's really simple, but it's something you can do right now in Minecraft PlayStation 4 that I think is quite great and that I'm going to be recommending to you in today's video. So please do like this if you do like it because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like the Minecraft console edition videos and may want to see more exclusives and more cool stuff like this in the future. But for now, let me give you a quick little PlayStation 4 tip that you might not know. Because we're doing a SuperFLATCORE world, I'm going to have to type that in, of course, but a cool thing about the PlayStation 4 is the touchpad can be used to type on the keyboard. Again, I know a lot of people do know this, but in case you don't, it's one of the most satisfying feelings in the world. I don't know why, it feels good to me, so if you haven't tried it, give it a whirl. So yeah, what is SuperFLATCORE? SuperFLATCORE, as you might imagine, is a combination between super hardcore, or just hardcore, and super flat. So hardcore is where you turn on hard difficulty, and I guess you make it ultra by turning off natural regeneration, and super flat is an option you can turn on by simply going all the way down here and clicking on super flat. So yeah, the super flats you can change in a whole bunch of ways, but the only way we're changing it today is taking our default super flat and adding 12 more layers of dirt. You spawn with 3 dirt layers by default and some grass. In this version though, we're going to make it 15 layers of dirt just to have a slightly larger base, but there's going to be literally nothing exciting about a world. It's a plains biome with purely dirt, and you might be saying, Toy Cat, you're meant to be selling us on this. You're not meant to say it's terrible. You're not meant to make this terrible, an awful thing. But the only thing you want to change is you want to turn on strongholds and turn on 3 of them. So this is, or you can turn on 1 if you might want to make it more challenging. But turn on 1, 2, or 3, whatever number makes you happy. And then if you really want, you can turn on like lava lakes or something. It's really up to you. But basically, you just want to have the most basic super flat world because that basic is going to be both the challenge and the fun in this super flat core mode. So yeah, the reason that I say that is because if we hop into this in survival, we won't for now. We'll go creative. But you want to hop into survival, you now have a really challenging world that essentially doesn't know you're, challenged by it. Again, personally, one of the best things about Minecraft is when you create your own challenge, and this super flat world starts off looking like it's no challenge at all. Like, oh, what's going to happen? Those cows are going to kill me? It's literally, or those horses, oh, they're looking at me real funny. No, the truth is, when you spawn in a Minecraft world, the cows aren't plotting a conspiracy to kill you, at least not that you're aware of, but instead, the cool thing about this super flat world is that because it's purely flat, all of the challenge and all of the stuff comes down to you. And again, it seems like it's impossible to even play Minecraft in this world because you first look at it and you're like, wait, no, we can't play Minecraft because like there's no trees and there's nothing to work with. But all of the resources that you need to get in the world actually can spawn and actually can exist based on the villages that you find. So, super flat villages are unique and interesting, and we'll get more into that later. But for now, let's mention the fact that they come with the wood that you need, either in the wood, wooden wood form or the wooden plank form. And because it has wood and because they have cobblestone, you can get all of the, functional essentials, stone swords, stone pickaxe, etc., from these places. It's really hard and it's really janky, and you have to work out what you're destroying and what you're not. But all of the Minecraft stuff, these are meant to exist in a world filled with trees, but in a world without trees, these are the only source of all of that stuff. So that's fun enough by itself, like, oh, go loot the village and try and play Minecraft that way. But yeah, the fun thing about this is it means that trying to get anything done is just that little bit harder. So because SuperFLATCORE is also, by the way, you're playing in ultra hardcore, staying alive is incredibly difficult. If you want to make torches, which are necessary to keep the light away, you need to find coal, or you need to make charcoal. Again, it's going to take some time, and if you don't have torches, if you don't light up the world, then at night you will get messed up. There is no sleeping in SuperFLATCORE. Again, it's not just ultra hardcore, which is already an insanely difficult game mode to try and beat Minecraft in, because again, trying to beat Minecraft, because natural generation means when you take damage, it's permanent. Trying to beat Minecraft like that, already insanely hard. Trying to beat Minecraft in a world where it's flat and mobs can see you, already insanely hard, but there's no sleeping in this, except in very specific circumstances. If you can find, the black wool posts, sometimes they spawn in villages, which I don't think they have here, but sometimes you'll be able to do that. But otherwise, no sleeping whatsoever, and again, if you get lucky, maybe you can sleep. And also, at night, you're not going to have the natural mobs that spawn, Enderman, etc. You'll have slimes, because slime chunks are based on a certain height, and because we're below that certain height, there are slimes jumping around here. They'll also try to kill you during the day, but, you know, at night, they combine with all the other things, and it's a real challenge. If you get hit by a slime, the amount of damage it causes, the amount of annoyance it causes, which is unrepairable, by the way, is insane. So what is the challenge of SuperFLATCORE? It's to try and beat Minecraft. And I know that sounds impossible. I know you're thinking, no, you can't do that. You can't get to the nether, you can't get ender pearls. Well, you can get your ender pearls. All you have to do is hunt enderman during the day. And it's actually easier to see enderman, but it's a lot harder to take down enderman without taking any damage. There's no natural structures to hide behind. If you want to fight enderman, you've got to either make your own little, like, you know, just go down and, like, you know, make a little, like, you know, hidey hole for yourself, or you've got to fight them in open combat. Again, in super hardcore with little to no armor, and then you might be thinking, well, you can't go to the nether. There's no flint and steel, and then there's no, you know, obsidian. Like, you're missing both the ingredients. Well, you can actually find obsidian. I'm really hoping this random seed happens to have obsidian. Well, it has steel, at least, for a flint and steel. So you can make a flint and steel by using this, and obviously using some gravel, and then also the other, which you can find, I believe, below the ground in natural veins if you turn that on. But then the other thing is, because, you know, it's funny, you actually have to look for gravel like it's a genuinely hard thing. Again, make sure you turn on the caves and stuff like that. But the other thing is that you can actually find in other blacksmith chests. Again, I'm going to look around for one now. You can find obsidian in those. And although some worlds, if you play on classic, might not have enough, if you play on a large world, or if you expand your classic size later to have a large world, you will statistically find the obsidian. So finding obsidian is this huge trek across the world, which might have to be done during the night when it's dangerous. Also, look at the world, it's super. Can you see all these random caves spawning in? Very glitchy, but but yeah, basically it's a real challenge just in and of itself. And yeah, the fact that you have to do a voyage, the fact that you can't sleep, the fact that all of these things build on top of each other, and these lava lakes are your only source of light, by the way, as you're running across the abyss, to me makes for a really compelling challenge. So once you find your obsidian, it seems like I literally had one village. The odds of that, by the way, on SuperFlat are so absurdly low. If you start with a random seed even, the odds of you getting, you know, like a village, basically guaranteed. The odds of you getting, you know, oh, there we go, we got a second one here now. So yeah, the other cool thing I mentioned, there is a village exclusive only for Minecraft console edition. I believe sometimes it happens in Java, but you actually get 2 blacksmiths per village when you find a blacksmith sometimes. So yeah, it can only be found in Superflats and only on console. Why is it only in Superflats? Why is it only on console? Don't ask me, it's just a thing that exists. So once you've gotten your obsidian, in this case we got unlucky, so we'd have to expand the world or try again. Then you have to go to one of your strongholds, or your only stronghold if you have it set up that way. And again, these places are interesting because they also come with chests where you can find great things like iron armor, which again by itself wouldn't be rare. Iron armor is never rare, except in this case it is rare because you can only find iron from those blacksmith chests, and you might not find enough for a full set of armor. So finding the armor actually going to be useful. Finding these enchantments, again, otherwise going to be incredibly useful, and I guess you can't even put them on without finding a significant number of iron. Like all this sort of stuff, everything is reversed, everything is different. Trying to put this stuff together, in my opinion, it makes for, oh wow, we got like most of the sets of armor. And then what you have to do is once you've been to the nether, once you've gotten your blaze rods, once you've gotten your iron fenders, then you can finally come back to your you know, your stronghold. You can build up to it because these things are floating in the air, and then you can try and defeat the Ender Dragon. Except guess what? Because you're playing a super flat world, even the Ender Dragon, because being the Ender Dragon in ultra hardcore, absurdly tricky already. Like you're gonna get messed up statistically speaking, but trying to do it without snowballs, because guess what? It's a super flat world. There are no snowballs to help you now. To me, makes it even more fun. You have to make a bow out of all the things you get. You have to make arrows, and to me, I love the challenge. I love the fact that it forces you to play Minecraft in a different way, and I love the fact that it's only possible in Minecraft PlayStation 4. So before we go today, because I want to just tell you some fun things, because this challenge, I hope at least, sorry, I've sold it to you enough. I think it's a really great challenge. I think if you play Minecraft PlayStation 4, you're bummed that, you know, like the updated quad take has to take a couple more weeks, so you're bummed that like future updates might take some time, and you know, like maybe you think, you know, that they just don't care enough about you. Then one of the cool things about this, by the way, this is a really messed up and portal room. But yeah, if you're bummed about that, then let's talk about a few. Hopefully this is the thing for you. But let's talk about a few things that you can only find also here because weird glitches. So you can find ladders which build onto nothing. So as you can see, it's a ladder which is literally on nothing. You can't see the ladder a bit on this side besides the hitbox. Really, really bizarre thing. If you break one of the ladders, then all of them break because they weren't meant to exist to begin with. Kind of quirky, kind of cool. Some of the stronghold exists below ground, but not most of it. So you can find like some below ground rooms, but they almost always go right back above ground. So again, to me, that's kind of cool. Like, it's a below ground base. You could build it into something later, in my opinion. You could look around for chests, but like the fact that it's like half down there, to me, it's wacky, it's quirky, it's a fun little thing. You can dig your own. Oh, see, you can dig your own little base outfit. They're also one of the only sources of torches in your entire world. So early on, when you don't have charcoal and you don't have all the stuff, that's the thing you can do. Sometimes they have dark spots, and you can really see the way the Minecraft console engine works is if there's like one dark spot in your entire world, all of the mobs will spawn there. Because it usually assumes there's a lot more than one. So if you find something like this, look, I got 2 mobs just in the time I've been here. So yeah, really, really kind of weird thing. You'll find things that you wouldn't even imagine are possible, like this. Like, it's a door leading to nowhere, connected to nowhere, underneath the end portal room. It doesn't make any sense anywhere. It's just wacky. It's cool. And yeah, superflats for Minecraft console. Even though, you know, there hasn't been any crazy new game-breaking combinations in the world, a lot of the ones that existed before that we haven't gone over, because like it's just like combining a few basic things, do exist, and that's why I wanted to cover this in today's video. Hopefully you did all enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited to play this? Or maybe you've played it already. Do you think it's fun? Do you think it's impossible? Because, I mean, it is absurdly challenging. Again, comments are there for you to say things to me, and I guess also for people to spam and do that terrible thing where they self-promote, assuming that anyone actually, like, clicks YouTube channels that are promoting themselves in the comments, while also being incredibly rude. Like, it's a whole own thing. YouTube comments, they got you covered for literally anything negative on the internet, but also it's a way for you to leave things and say words to me. Thank you very much for watching today's video, though. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.